Water. It's abundant, renewable, and unless it's full of lead, it's essential to your health and wellness. Sorry, Flint, Michigan. Since billionaires haven't yet figured out a way to drink molten gold, drinking water might be the one thing that every human, rich or poor, has in common. But if everyone's drinking, how can we possibly separate the elite from the dirty, unwashed, dehydrated masses? Well, at that point, it's less about what you're drinking and more about what you're drinking out of. And as for me and my house, we're drinking out of Stanley's. Chances are you've heard about the drinking sensation that is the Stanley Cup.
The hot gift drawing screams and sobs of joy.
It's the much coveted Stanley Cups.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's hot, hot, hot. Also, cold, cold, cold.
Police in Roseville arrested a woman after she was caught with a trunk full of Stanley Cups.
I got a Stanley! Stop him! Stop him! And all this hysteria over a cup.
The Stanley Cup!
Turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits.
Like the Yeti and the Hydro Flask before it, the Stanley is the new de facto accessory for women between the ages of 7 and 47, with the newest launches selling out in minutes, both online and in stores, where people will line up for hours before Target opens just to get their hands on the newest color. Let's take a look at the recently released Valentine's collaboration between Stanley and Target. Featuring 2 cups in pink and Target red, these cups sold out in minutes. People are literally running in order to get their hands on a Stanley. There are very few things in life that I am willing to run for. I'm delicate and I don't like to sweat. I'm just too traumatized by my years of being a fat kid in PE to run towards anything. If it's worth having, it'll be there when I get there. But that's not how it works with Stanley's. The scarcity of these limited edition runs of the cup have also given rise to an entire community online of resellers, where the price of these limited edition cups goes from $45 or sometimes $50 to $100, $200, or the most expensive one that I could find, $304 for a cup. These Stanley Cup resellers have learned the exact same lesson that drug dealers learn when they're dealing with middle-class white folks. You can charge them more, and they will gladly pay it.
Hey.
What's up?
So, what do you got for me? All right, so I've got white, and I got blue. Both go on for $60 a C right now. Oh, come on, that's basic stuff. What about the good shit? Oh, all right. You mean like this? How much? Let's just say, $150 a C. $150 a C? Are you kidding me? Oh, you don't like it? All right. Get another cup plug. I got a line full of customers eager to buy from me. Wait. I'll take it. Okay, well, the price just went up. $200 a C. Okay, here. Just take my whole purse. All right. Here you go.
But how exactly did Stanley take over as the new Supreme from the Hydro Flask and the Yeti? And I personally don't remember any of those other bottles ever reaching the sort of social fervor that the Stanley has.
Any last words?
Only one.
I got a Stanley!
So today I thought that we could take a look at some of the content that's been made around the Stanleys and see if we can understand what exactly makes the Stanley so special.
Look at these Stanleys. This one matches my outfit, so we're gonna buy it.
This water bottle isn't just a water bottle, it's an accessory. That is one thing I love about women. Y'all just love things in a way that men don't. The idea of matching your drink to your outfit is honestly cute. It seems like $45 is a lot for an accessory, but you know, it's cute.
Ooh, okay, so this audio got copyright claimed, so this is me putting a new audio over it. I love pink. Pink sure is my favorite color. Pink is.
I get it. You like a color, so you collect things in that color. Maybe you are an ADHD girly like me, and you need one drink that's water and one drink that's fun. I could get that, but that's not where this stops.
Okay, this audio was, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world. That's all that you'll ever be. Yo, I'm just a girl. Break it down now.
You know, where there are white women, there are drinking problems disguised as a nightly bottle of wine. Someone put an entire thing of empanadas in a Stanley, and I guess that makes sense because it keeps them warm as well.
Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this.
It just seems like all of these hacks that I'm seeing is trying to justify this $45 price tag by getting as much utility out of this item as possible. And I respect that. Now, I borrowed this Stanley to make this video. I don't own this, but I'm trying to think about what additional uses I could come up with if I were to buy one of these.
Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Oh, dude, you gotta give me a drink. No, wait. Dude, that's my chili Stanley. You know, it actually keeps it really warm. That's disgusting, but I'm still thirsty here. Oh, no, wait. What is this? That's my clam chowder Stanley, in case I get bored of the chili. Dude. Now, who's ready to get out there and play some football? Now, before we go out there, is everybody wearing the proper safety gear? Mason? Yeah, coach? What are you wearing? Well, you said we needed a cup. Look, coach, this cup was $50, okay? I gotta get as much use out of this thing as I can.
While I've been researching this, I've observed some frankly obsessive behavior when it comes to the Stanley, like entire walls of the collections of the Stanleys, where people have not just 4 or 5, but hundreds.
I'm trying to name them all for you. See how fast I can do it. Hysteria, Orchid, Emily, Lilac, Flower, OG, Azalea, Coral, Tiger Lily, Peach, Shine, Blush, Petal, Peach, Nectar, Rose Quartz, Old Glass, Magnolia, OG Cream, Cream Floral, OG Blueberry, OG Gelato, White, Black, Blueberries, Ceres, Rush, Silver, Purple, Silver, Success, Ruby, Silver, Ruby, Silver, Ruby, Silver, Shield, Sky, Favorite, Favorite, Veggie, Ice, Pool, Product, Plus, Favorite, Four, ITC, Match, Gas, Lilies, House, House, Night, Senna, Favorite, Two, Shrike, Grant, Foot, Rock, Ash, Table, Favorite, White, Animal, Silver, Last Name, Felix, Stellar, Lucy, Sky, Favorite, Favorite, Rust, Nugget, Easy, Lucky Siege, Rose Glow, Blueberry, Flame, Rose Glow, OG, Maybe, and Progress.
Okay, so I did the math on this video and I counted these to my best ability. This woman has 87 Stanley cups, I think. I could have missed a few. It's going really fast. She has a mix of standard cups and limited edition cups, so we're gonna average those out at $50 a cup, which means she spent $4,350 pre-tax on these cups. And I'm just wondering, how much is therapy? I think that that's at least like 10 sessions. You could really work some stuff out.
But this next video really made me think that the Stanley has to be so much more than a cup or a collector's item. Whoa! This man wanted to get some of the Stanleys that were on a limited edition release. I believe it was the pink Target Stanley.
Get him! Stupid! Get him! Stop him! Yeah, stop him!
Honestly, part of me sympathizes with this man. I saw that people were waiting in line for hours for a ticket to get this drink, and that some people, even though they had been waiting in line for hours, weren't able to get a ticket to get their cup. And I can see where that would be frustrating. And again, the cups are $45. I don't want to pay for it either.
Turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits.
So I did a little digging to see how the Stanley went from a water bottle to something that people are willing to get into physical altercations about. Like, what's driving the psychology behind a wall full of tumblers that you'll never use? Stanley is actually the brand, and this cup is called the Quencher 2.0. This originally launched in 2016 and initially wasn't very successful. It was marketed towards Stanley's traditional audience of men and outdoorsy types. However, in 2020, Terrence Riley, former executive for the company Crocs, became the president of Stanley.
My name is Terrence Riley. I'm the president of Stanley.
This is where things started to really change for Stanley. In 2019, the Stanley Company was valued at $75 million, but in 2023, its new estimated value is $750 million. That's a 10 times increase in their value over a span of 4 years. So how did he do it? Terrence leaned into the influencer market. By putting this cup in the hands of popular influencers, he allowed an entire new market of young girls and women to envision themselves holding a Stanley. When you see someone that you like and admire with something, it automatically makes you want that something too. That's just how human brains are wired. By putting this cup in the hands of influencers, it changed. It's not just something functional anymore. It's suddenly something aspirational. And there are so many comments under Stanley videos online that are like, well, this is a sheep mentality, herd mentality. You're just buying things for a trend. These are sheeple. It's almost like marketing is an entire field of study dedicated to understanding how to make humans want and buy things. I'm not above that. I'm not above my fellow white girl. I want a Stanley too. But why would anyone ever pay $45 for a water bottle? Water bottles are interesting because we have them with us all the time. Just like how the clothes you wear or shoes you wear say something about your socioeconomic status, at $45, this is a luxury good. It's like a Birkin bag or Louboutin shoes or a Gucci belt. Carrying one says, look at me, I can afford this. All right, Miss Emily, just as a final part of your exam today, I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask you to pee in this cup for me. Oh, no thanks. I actually brought my own. I'm sorry, what? I brought my own cup. You have to use the cup that we provide. No. Yes. Listen, my water enters my body through a Stanley, and it exits my body through a Stanley. I'm sorry, I just can't allow you to do that. My cup is expensive. My pee is expensive.
But how much is your life worth, Doc?
What are you doing?
I thought you wanted me to pee.
No!
Well, how much is my pee worth, Doctor? Tell me!
Please! I have a wife!
Tell me!
I have a wife and children!
Then you should have known better.
So it's been 2 weeks since I filmed this, and there have been new developments, and I need to share them with you. TikTok users have found lead in their Stanleys, which is not good. Gonna give you the old boomer lead stare. Just vaguely outraged.
A bunch of people have messaged me lately saying that my Stanley probably has lead in it and I need to test it because it's all around the internet right now. And I was 100% prepared to take Stanley's side and just cast this off as internet hysteria. And I've changed my tune and I'm going to show you why. Is my lead test kit. The way that it works is these swabs start off as yellow. You get them wet for a couple of seconds and then you swab your item for 30 seconds. And then this is like think of it as a spectrum. The yellow end, if it stays that color, means that there is no lead in it. And then the more lead it has, the more pink the swab turns, right? And the Stanley turned really pink. And only when I swabbed the inside, which seems like a real problem. I didn't believe it so much. I tested it 3 times. My Stanley mug anyway has lead on the inside.
Stanley had to issue a response, and here's their response. Our manufacturing process currently employs the use of industry standard pellet to seal the vacuum insulation at the base of our products. The sealing material includes some lead. Once sealed, this area is covered with a durable stainless steel layer, making it inaccessible to consumers. Rest assured that no lead is present on the surface of any Stanley product that comes into contact with the consumer, nor the contents of the product. Okay. I've also been drinking out of this cup for a week. Yikes.
Just vaguely outraged.
But apparently we're all good as long as that seal is intact. But once that seal comes undone or is damaged for any reason, you should throw your cup away because it is full of lead. So it's time for final thoughts. Do I think that the culture of collecting cups that you will never ever use and having hundreds of them on the wall is cool? No. But I also think that people who have more than one Stanley or have these walls of Stanley represent a very small percentage of the people who have a Stanley. I think it's unfair to judge every person who has or wants a Stanley because of a few people who hoard them or who hawk them online or who jump over counters for them. At the end of the day, you gotta do what's right for you. If you want a Stanley cup, I understand why. Also, final thoughts. I've spent a week with this thing, and while I will say it is extremely convenient to have something that fits in a cup holder, on a purely consumer standpoint, just testing this against my other mugs that I have, I would not pay $50 for this, despite the handle, despite the fact that it fits in a cup holder. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Let's go.